And hello, thanks for joining us for We Got Options with the Doctor and Son. We're back this week with a great show. We got a visitor with us, a special guest visitor with us today, and we really are very happy to have him come on. Very blessed to be in his presence at this time. But the biggest thing is we love the fact that he decided he would join us. This is Micheal Johnson, and Micheal actually is a health and wellness coach, woohoo, and
Hey,
a personal trainer. Yay!
hey.
Thank you for joining us, Micheal. We're so happy
Awesome. Yeah.
to have
I'm
you.
glad to be here, guys. I'm glad to be here.
All right. So, one of the big things that we talk about a lot on our show is, of course, mental health and wellness. And one of the big things we wanted to really ask you about first off the gate is what is a health and wellness coach?
That's a perfect question. I get that a lot. I get that a lot. What is a health and wellness coach? Well, it's relatively a new health profession out there. We closely look at a client to help support them achieve their health and wellness goals, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to manage your stress, whether it's to find a new healthy passion or outlook to go through. Generally, kind of a health coach helps take a more holistic way of helping people, whether it's through mentoring, whether it's for supporting them, help inspire them, and just kind of be that hype man or that cheerleader that everybody needs.
Okay, I like that because I feel like I'm a cheerleader, of course. Yes, so I totally get that. So one of the things is with you being I guess being the personal trainer, that kind of segs you right into being a health and wellness coach, right?
Oh yeah, well, it goes even deeper than that. I
Oh,
also coach cheerleading and gymnastics. So I've been with personal training and group training, things like that. So it kind of all segues together to kind of be that, as you put it, the hype man, to be able to get you any direction you really want to go through.
I love that, and I love to hear that that you coaching cheerleaders because I was a cheerleader for like 12 years of my life, and I totally get it. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. I did some coaching too after graduating from college, but yeah, I'm right there with you.
Do you know what it means? I mean, something like that, is a lot of sports that people don't put into perspective is that a lot of it goes with that mental headspace. A lot of sports actually is about 75% mental, trying
Right,
to force your body to do the things that you're wanting it to do, get your headspace right. And that's like a great thing that I love about sports and
right.
finding those avenues to be able you know, to push your limits, but also to be able to come out the other side and see that you can be successful in, just about any avenue as long as you got your headspace right.
Oh yes, for sure, for sure. Now, are you guys like really working with a lot of adults now? Are you guys realizing that adolescents are getting involved and you're actually having adolescent clients also?
Oh yeah, we're having widespread people, whether it's children looking for. I just had a client the other day come up with their new passion, so I had him come in. He's 15 when I met him, and he didn't really have an avenue of what to do, but he wanted to better himself, and that's pretty much all he had to be able to tell me at first. Is
Oh,
he didn't know exactly what it was, but he just wanted to be better. And this goes along with my other clients as well, regardless of the age.
mhm.
And from there, we kind of peel back the layers. We find
Mhm.
out, like what is it that you like? Not everybody likes sports. Some people have a big passion to. I had somebody the other day garden. They like to go out and garden. So
Oh.
we find out different, avenues to be able to, well, what's a way that we can stay healthy and actually, put into your passion and get something big on the other side. That one went many ways. They ended up turning over and having tomatoes coming out all over the place so they could actually eat. And they got that, buff them up mentally, spiritually. And they also got a lot of physical activity, whether it's just going out, looking at their garden, going out there and, weeding, doing some simple things, and they add up throughout the day.
Mhm.
And, whether it's a person that a new dad, I'm actually expecting my first child. July 4th is my due date.
Oh,
uh,
congratulations.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. But that is like another group of people that
Mhm.
we like to see, like first time dads, first time moms, because
Mhm.
if you've had children, I only know this because I've worked with them, so I'll find out firsthand very soon.
Yes.
But having a child being brought into your life puts your normal routines out of whack, and some people
Mhm.
just need that extra person to just be able to like woosah, hold on just a
Yes.
second. Okay.
Mhm.
Here's what you got going on. Here's your task throughout the day, and just be able to actually talk you through, because a lot of people, know what need to be done. It's
Mhm.
just hard to get it going. And, me
Yeah.
being a cheerleader, I know how to be able to be that extra hype man to get you going and to be able to, find avenues and ways in your day to be able to, hype it up a little bit more to help you be that superhero that you want to be for, whether it is your children, whether it is a teammate, get you to that other side. Because everybody, whether it is you have a sport or you have a business or something like that you're working for,
Mhm.
everybody has those moments where they're in their dark and twisties, as me and my wife like to call it. Have those dark and twisty moments, to where you're hard on yourself and things like that. But at the other side, there is a bright side that you come out stronger,
Oh,
and sometimes you just need that person to be able to let you know and be able to cut you back and look where you've came from, because you don't really know where you're going to go until, or know how far you've come until you step back and look where you've been.
wow.
And
Yeah.
that goes in many different ways, whether it's your workout goals. One of my big things is, taking, your personal, your pictures, you know what I mean, to see
Mhm.
where you started, because eventually you're going to have that mental roadblock where you look at yourself every day in the mirror and you
Mhm.
don't notice how far you're actually coming.
Oh, yeah.
And it just takes somebody sometimes to be like, hey man, hey girl, you're doing great. Just
Exactly.
look where we were 3 weeks ago. You remember, it was hard to be able to get that workout in, or be able to take that trip out to the store to get what you needed to get done. And you're more productive, you feel better about it, and it just is a
Mhm.
way to be able to woosah, get everything.
Yes. Yes. I love that. That makes me feel so much more like just into realizing that health and wellness, you don't think about it that way, but you know what? It will play a major factor in people's lives. That's
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
I
Making sure
mean,
that you just
it,
yeah, go
it's
ahead.
oh, sorry. I mean, it's not a secret. I mean, you know how the chronic illnesses are right now. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
modern epidemic with the heart, the diabetes, heart disease,
Mhm.
autoimmune disease, anxiety, depression. I mean, the list
Mhm.
goes on and on. And these, most cases, everybody kind of knows, what can I do to make this a little bit better? It's just hard to take that jump up to the next thing to
Oh
get those
yes.
things done. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Absolutely.
That's where
Absolutely.
we come in there to be able to help, sit you down, look at everything, whether it's, keeping on our app to be able to list your out, a daily journal, or to be able to have that one-on-one talk, to be able to have your meeting with yourself for the
Oh
most part.
yeah.
Because all I
Absolutely.
am is your hype man for you. Whatever it is that you need to get done, I'm full for it.
This is awesome, Michael. We're going to go to a commercial break and we'll be back in a few minutes. But please come back to join us for We
There
Got
you go.
Options with the Doctor and Son. And we're back with We Got Options with the Doctor and Son. And again, we are having a great conversation with Micheal Johnson. He is a health and wellness coach and a personal trainer. And, with all these new things coming along and in the health field, this brand new avenue that's just bursted on the scene, health and wellness. How do we look at getting a health and wellness coach?
All right. Well, first of all, you can come and find me at nextlevel.com. You can send an email at front desk at nextlevel4health.com, and we can get you set up today with
Mhm.
a online personal trainer or health coach,
Mhm.
whatever it is that you're looking for. Or you can give us a call at 704-818-4681, and we can tell you all of our options that we have, because we don't just do the one-on-ones. We also have the group options to do, whether it is you're a athlete yourself and you're having mental roadblocks to be able to get through. We have group settings to be able to help people with like mind, you know, areas that they need help on. We have that as well.
Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. And then, okay, so you decide you want to get a health and wellness coach. Okay, we give Michael a call and Michael gets us set up with everything. Then, because it's something new and, the health area, they've taken over a lot of these new things that that come about. So is it that our health insurance is taking care of the payments, like our health insurance, they want us to have a health coach, a health and wellness coach, or is it that we pay for this out of pocket? Like, what would be the, I guess, the dynamics of that? Not, you don't have to go deep into it, but
Yeah.
what do you know?
So I'm not 100% on everybody, but I do know some insurances do cover it. And actually, I'm not sure what hospitals, but now
Hmm.
that I think about it, there are some hospitals that, in order for their insurance to be able to be valid to get a health coach, um,
Mm.
whether I had a client who has a mom that
Hmm.
was telling me about that the other day. So it's becoming a more prominent way to able to get covered as well.
What?
So if you have any questions on whether your insurance um, is covered or not, I would call my man Phil. He has all those types of answers, whether your insurance is covered or not, at 704-818-4681, or email us at front desk at nextlevel4 number 4 health.com.
Nice. And you know what? I'm gonna say that I remember a few years back, I made a hospital visit. I had a hospital visit. And when I got out of the hospital, they had all of these people coming, well, supposedly, well, not supposedly, but I guess they were coming in to assist me, to help me. And so with all the individuals they had coming in, there was someone that was calling me that was a health and wellness coach, and that person was doing some checkups on me, and they weren't doing in-depth stuff like what you guys are saying you're doing, but they, because probably it was brand new back then, but they were calling me and they were just asking me if I made my appointment, and asking me what my goals are and everything else. Of course, I was just like, I just want to be alive, ma'am.
Yep, and I understand that. Yeah, so see, we do that as well. Depending on how hands-on of a coach that you're looking for,
Hmm.
depends on what route it goes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's a good way
Yeah.
of putting it as well. Whether it's, that just that monthly check-in, to
Hmm.
just make sure, we're getting everything going, where that's where we're having our one-on-one,
Hmm.
or whether you need that weekly or bi-weekly time,
Hmm.
to keep me, you know, on you, to make sure that I'm keeping you pumped and ready, because life is exciting. It should stay exciting. But also
Exactly.
there's so many dark, and twisties in the world that you can get wrapped up in. And you just need somebody to sometimes grab you by the shoulders and be like, "Hey, you were doing great.
Yes,
We're
we need
doing
that
great."
feel.
Yep.
That little Phil from Hercules. We need him.
Yes, yes, I
Yes,
am that
yes, I
Phil
love
from
that.
Hercules. Pump you
Yeah,
up.
he was always keeping Herc together.
Mhm. Yep, exactly.
So
Keeping his head
yes,
on straight, making sure that he doesn't get stronger, but he also doesn't let that get to his head, you know what I mean? Because
exactly.
Hercules isn't Hercules if he's being ignorant about it. You gotta be able to keep everything nice and happy.
Yes, exactly. I love that. I love that because that that's a big part of just in general your growth, your self growth, and you know what I can honestly say that I can see health wellness coaches and physical trainers, all of that kind of coming together, nutritionists and everybody else. But I can see all of that coming to a big point where it's going to help a lot of our younger generation. Not that it's going to help, of course, us in the older generation as well. But the younger
Mhm.
generation, sometimes I think that they have so much stimulation that
Mhm.
they are far past us,
Oh,
and we're
yeah.
like, "Hey, slow down! You got to do this first," you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about the world that we live in now. Now everything we live in the instant gratification day and age to where if you need something to eat, you can get on your phone and order it and have it within minutes. If you need groceries, you don't even have to leave your house. You can just order it. If you're wanting to watch the new movie that just got released in the theaters, you can find a way to watch it at home. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? It's just if you get on TikTok and it's
mhm.
15 to 30 seconds of instant gratification and just switch, 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 switch. And a lot of these things that people I feel like are getting those instant gratifications are almost being clouted and making people forget to have their own code. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
To
Yes.
be able to, just because something takes a little bit longer does not mean that it's any worse. And sometimes I feel like in this, age that we're in, it's either being forgotten or, never pushed because we do live in the age where you can just click a button and have it shipped to your house tomorrow. You know what
Exactly. Yes, Amazon is definitely one of those things that
I mean? I
I
know,
tell
right?
people that can become very addictive. But
I mean, I fall victim to it sometimes, but
yeah, I
we
mean, we all do, but we all
Mhm.
do, and we have to keep ourselves on track to make sure that we don't overdo it.
Yeah, because those instant gratifications can also take up your whole day, and whether it's, you're on TikTok and you're just like, "Hey, I'm just gonna swipe through a little bit." You look back at your time and all of a sudden you didn't realize, "Oh my gosh, I was on TikTok for 30 minutes and I could have gotten this done and this done." But it's
Mhm.
also good to be able to have those times where you have those,
Those little
instant
mental breaks.
gratification.
Yeah, those
That's
breaks.
right, because we all need to have those times where
Yeah,
we do
absolutely.
we can't let it override everything as well.
Yeah, and I think with a newer generation, there's a level of the process that, like you said, that instant gratification. It's like some of them don't understand, are not really experiencing the whole process. Like you said, if you just tap in your phone, you can have your groceries at your front door. Well, there was a process at one point in time where you got ready for the grocery store, you got in the car, you drove to it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I
Yep.
think it brings back a little bit more of understanding that there is a process, you know?
Mhm. Yep, and that's one thing that I like to be able to preach, but do it in a fun way, to
Mhm.
get people to, you know, respect and love the art of the grind, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Because the art of the grind is being forgotten, because, some people want to be able to make that TikTok and get 1,000,000 views because most people nowadays just wanna be an influencer, and, they don't realize that you can do something that you just really enjoy to do, and eventually it'll build you up to be able to prosper from, well, no matter
Absolutely.
what it is.
Absolutely. And that's a major thing that I think, like I said, I mean, and I can't stop talking about the new generation because they are
Yeah, I
so,
know what you mean.
it's just
Every
so
day.
much. Yes. I mean, I laugh at it sometimes because we could go out to eat and I'll say, is so and so still alive or who's singing that song? And one of the kids at the table clicking on the phone, oh, that's so and so and he's still alive. Or oh, that's so and so. He passed away and so and so. They find everything on
Yep.
Google. Or that
It's
song is sung by so and so. So yeah,
instant.
yes, instant answers that we had to go look at an encyclopedia for when we were younger, but okay.
Mhm. Well, I mean, think about this too. I mean, it's funny, whenever I used to coach my cheer program, I used to have my kids make fun of me all the time, but it's funny now. But They used to be like, Mr. Teal, because I used to have a nickname. They used to call me Teal. Um,
Okay.
hey, Mr. Teal, have you updated your phone yet? No, I haven't. I got to ask my wife to do it. They think it's so funny. And then I'd come back with my old timey thing. I remember back when I used to wait in the mail and wait for AOL to send me a disc to upgrade my internet. You know what I mean? And nowadays it's just a click of a button. You get your notification and everything's done. Instant
Yes.
gratification.
Yes. This we're in a different world. I tell everyone that. But with
Mhm.
that, we're gonna go to a commercial break and we'll be back. And we're back with We Got Options with the Doctor and Son. Today we're finishing our show up with Micheal Johnson. He is a health and wellness coach and a personal trainer, and he has joined us on this great show. So today, before we leave the studio here, I want to make sure that you tell me what can I expect. First of all, tell me how to make contact with you guys, and then tell me what I can expect when it comes down to me wanting to call you up and what I can expect out of the service that I'll get.
Okay. So for my in-person personal training, you can find me at CoreFit 24/7 in Cornelius, North Carolina. You can go on the website www.core24-7.com and be able to book up a session in person there. Though my times are limited there, you can still sometimes find a spot there. To get me with health coaching, you can send a email at front desk at next level the number 4 health.com. And that will be for the online personal training. If you were to do online personal training, we would have our Zoom conferences to be able to get a lowdown of what it is your goals are for your physical needs. I will be able to write down your workouts and be able to send them through our app that we have. And it has a spot for your daily journals. It has things to be able to plug in your diet so we can help gear you in the right spot for that. And it kind of works like MyFitnessPal if you've ever used that app, the
Mhm.
diet section of it. And it has a um, area for us to be able to keep our workouts in line and our virtual meetings. For our health coaching, it goes about the same way, but we have our group setting right now. We have a tumble talk session going on. It's a class base where people, whether it's through gymnastics, whether it's through wrestling, whether it's through parkour, whether it's through cheerleading, some of those mental roadblocks that you get through that kind of are common with a lot of people. And sometimes you just need that group setting to talk it out. You can set up um, a spot there through our website as well. And our health coaching, that one it really is directed on what it is that you're wanting out of your health coaching experience. So whether it is that we need to find that passion that it is, we'll go on those routes. If whatever it is to help better you in your way that you want, that is what that health coach does. So it's a more full encompassing thing, and you can get multiple things set up as well to where you can have me as your online personal trainer and your health coach as well, to be able to have as many um, ways to be able to help you out as possible.
Oh, I
And
love
one
it.
more time,
Mhm.
you can give us a call for that at 704-818-4681, or email us at front desk at next level the number 4 health.com.
Oh, I am loving all of this. I am really loving it. So it sounds like getting the experience, well, making contact with you guys, and then what to expect, what we're getting from it is, I heard all the things you were saying that you could participate in and be a part of. It's amazing.
Yes, we try to make it more of a one-stop shop so you don't have to keep going and find this person to do this person to do this. It's that
Yeah.
full well holistic way of being able to help better you.
Yes, and that is one of the things that, the health system is getting to now, where they're looking at, your insurance companies are looking at a whole person aspect. The whole health system is kind of
Mhm.
going to that whole person, the holistic approach, and making sure that they're not just looking at, just one part of what's going on with you. They're looking at everything that's going on with you and trying to connect all these things to make you a better, healthier,
Yeah.
happier individual,
Yeah, because healthy is such a broad word,
Yes.
that people kind of get misconstrued. There's more than just your self-health, there's
Hmm.
that fuel, that soul, your mind, your body, your
Mhm.
spirit, your even, to some people that religion, those
Mhm.
things that help complete you is that whole health, you know, aspect. And we try to be able to help look at all those things to help guide you in
Awesome.
the right spot to where you're wanting to go.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, if anyone is definitely looking for a health and wellness coach or looking for a personal trainer, and it sounds like you guys got a whole bunch of other stuff as well, they can actually make contact with you. And Michael, I'm going to ask you to give it to me again so that I can make sure that everyone out there got the information. Yes.
Awesome. So for in-person personal training is corefit247.com. And then for the health coaching aspect is 704-818-4681, or email us at front desk at nextlevel the number 4 health.com, and we'll be able to square you away.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael, for coming on and joining us today. We really, really appreciate it. We
Oh, that was it was awesome. Hopefully we could come back sometime.
Yes, I am. Yes, definitely got my fingers crossed that we're going to be able to get you guys back in and be able to talk some more. This was an awesome, awesome experience and an awesome show just to hear about, what's kind of new, but not necessarily new, but definitely up and coming. I love it. All
Exactly.
right. Well, for our listeners, we hope that you'll come back and listen to us again next week with We Got Options with the Doctor and Son. See you next time. This message is brought to you by Green McElwain Foundation. The Green McElwain Foundation organization is having a high tea charitable society event on June 24th, July 22nd, and August 26th. If you are interested in attending to mingle and network with like minded people, you can contact www.greenmcilwainfoundation.org, or you can send an email to lsmcilwain at gmail.com. That is LSMCILWAINE at gmail.com for further information.